We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Mahomes going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Broncos' 26-yard line.
2nd down and a yard. Now the first carry here for the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now here's Mahomes. That is caught. He finds Royals. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
19-yard line.
And now as we get toward the home stretch here of the regular season, Charles, let's take a look at the list of key inactives for them in this one.
Yeah, and after almost a full season of physical games, You know you're going to have some guys missing during the final weeks of the season. Nature of how we play this sport. Every team, you've got to be prepared to handle them. And the teams that focus on handling it, focus on guys getting ready to play, even if they're not starters, those are the ones that weather the storm.
Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Trevor Etienne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I do think that sometimes on third and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on third down. That's a big pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll go play action with Nix. That's to the sideline and incomplete. The Broncos at 4-8 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Second and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. The 10-yard pin. up, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And here's a quick throw out to Mims. Short completion, just 4 yards. And a toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Nix to the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Nix. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
This a 2nd and 8. Now it's Nix. Blitz coming, and down he goes. George Karlaftis. And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Take it at the 37. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust.
Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The kicker on.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Chiefs 14, Broncos 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Nix. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Nix. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, at the line ready to go. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd down and 13. Throwing Nix. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, no one wants to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Mahomes pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. For Kittle here, it's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
2nd and 6.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Nix from the shotgun. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mahomes going to throw. Screenplay, here's ETN. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Trevor Etienne with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2.
40.
Here's Tua. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have a short field here as they take over right at the 50. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Pass complete to Royals. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets them 15 and a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Yellow. Hey, 43. Right side.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Cade Otten, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point up and through. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Tua. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow. 480.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Quick throw there is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Chiefs have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling.
3rd down at 6. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And here's a quick throw out to Mims. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Brings up third.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready.
Tua going to throw. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Get set.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Throw right side, put in by Higgins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 14-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and
Now Tua going to change the play. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop him with 20 goal from the 1.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Tua now, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get run back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Chiefs, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders.